Alright, class, welcome once again to the last video that I want to share. This is going to be probably the long one here. It's talking about Canvas and the My Open Math concept and the integration between the two here. So all these pieces here, now yours may look just slightly different than mine because mine is the instructor view, but for the most part, at least the links work the same. So on the home page, the first things first, you jump into something called the modules page. So this is the stuff you have to get through for the class. It's going to open up like that. The videos are going to be here, and then you have these resources here. So first resource that I put on here is the online calculators, and so when you click on it, and we'll click back as we go, but I figured you need some calculators here. These are free source calculators on the internet, and then what I also did is I made them so that they are by chapter. So in fact, another colleague of mine that teaches at West Coast College, she's the one that helped put most of this together here. And so you have the calculators that you will need per chapter that you are in. So it takes you all the way from chapter 1 and it gets you all the way through chapter 12. Alright, and then you're going to find out some ones that you really like and they're really easy to use here. So there's that. Let's go back to the home page again. Alright, from there, then we have the links to the professors that have done lectures for this class here. So the first one is tied directly to the textbook here. Hopefully I'll click on that. There it is. Tied directly to the textbook here. Hopefully it opens up. And notice it is missing. So you're going to have to go to a new site here. That's the way it's going to take you to the YouTube site. And go for it. I think you guys can get around YouTube here. For some reason it's not opening very well here, so I'm going to let that drop here. But you should be able to, you're going to get to the YouTube site, and these the lecture through the textbook here. Another one I found was lectures for chapters 1 through 8, but not chapter 5. Looks like that person skipped chapter 5. And then another professor, probably a little tiny bit more in-depth explanation of what was needed here, but it was great. Chapters 1 through 9. There it is. And I'll find some other ones here. I'm going to link them there, especially for the latter chapters here. So how does this work? So if you click on here, you're going to learn what the learning objectives for chapter 1 are. And then when you click on the next one, these are going to be your exercises. In fact, let me click on one of them. The first time that you click on here, it's going to ask you to create a username and password. And once you create that, you should be able to access these right here. And so that's going to come up to this right here. It's going to say the sampling data. And because I get a teacher preview, it's going to go directly into the assignment itself. And I'm not sure if you get an ungraded practice or not. Take a look. I'm going to do the student view so you can kind of see what you're going to see here. And so it's going to look like this here. You're going to see the number of questions you need to complete. They're going to be right here. These ones looks like a lot, but they're going to be really quick here. And so number of students, what kind of data is that? That's quantitative. And let's see if I can get it right. Yay, all right. Green means you did it right. Red means you didn't do it right. And then you just keep on going. Okay, you can save your progress. You click on this little done button. And then you get out of the test and keep on going. All right. And there it is. There's the ones that you need to be attempted here. So again, home page. Yeah, you've got 2%. And it's going to be right over here. Okay, that's what I want you to sort of progress through the course. You watch the video, and then after watching the video, you go to the homework here. The only other piece that I should add into here is under the Files menu. I know this is going a little out of order here. Under the Files menu, you do have PowerPoints. So you can print these out if you like. So these are PowerPoints for chapters 1 through 8. I'm going to hopefully get the other ones here later on here. So there's that. So click on that. And if you want to download it, if you click print right here from this little spot right here, it's only going to do a screenshot. That's what it's thinking about. It's thinking it's only a screenshot here. So what you want to do is you want to click on this little download button. download it to your computer. Once it's downloaded, then bring it up and then you can print them out just fine. So these are the PowerPoints created by the authors for OpenStack's introductory statistics here. And my internet's slow for some reason right now, so hopefully yours is faster here, and then click on this one. Or they are rebooting the network. There you go, because this is pretty late that I'm recording this. That's why. Okay, so back to the home page. So print out the PowerPoints, watch the lectures, especially this one right here because it's connected to the PowerPoint. So this one right here. These lectures are connected to the PowerPoint. Alright, you progress through chapters 1, 2, 3, 4, exactly the same. And once you get here, there is going to be a chapter test. Now this one is going to be, you don't have a whole bunch of different or a lot of redoing the questions here. So these are going to be more limited redoing the questions. On some of them you may only have twice that you can redo it. Some of them may only have 3 times. So be mindful here. I'm assuming that by now you know chapters 1 through 4 and you can be a little more rigorous in your way you can finish off the problem. And then the same thing here happens. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Go, and then you take the multiple chapters test. Then we get 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We get the 9 through 13 exam. The SLO exam. The slow exam is coming right over here. When we get to that, close to that, and then we have the final exam. There's that. I just need to correct the date on it. So there it is. Essentially, that's how you progress through the class. Let me slowly work my way up here. So that's the content of the class. All right, grades, you should be able to look up grades. I am going to post announcements on a pretty much weekly basis, and especially if something changes here. So the week number 1 announcement is actually already in here. It just says welcome to the class, and you go from there. Alright, the modules is just like the home page. It's the same thing because that's what I set it to. So it goes directly this way. Alright, discussion boards. Here's your discussion boards here. The first one is already set up. Just a quick introduction of you, and then you reply to 2 other people. I have just a list of questions for you to answer as you go through it, just for us to get to know each other. So clicking on this, it is worth points. And so there it is. Part 1 in 75 words or more. Just tell me about yourself real quick here. Your major, school you're planning to transfer to, your hobbies, why are you taking this class, and maybe like originally where you're from. Just some little piece there. And if you're really tech savvy, if you want to introduce a video, that's cool too. So part 1 is your introduction. Part 2 is responding to 2 different people. And you can see, so people get a sense of talking to each other. That's kind of what you're looking for. Alright, let me click on assignments here. And this one, it partitions it out based upon the totals for the grade itself. So notice it's 20% here. You probably are not going to click on here in order to go to it. You want to go from the home page. Alright, pages. This one, part of it, you'll find the online calculators here directly here. But here's just the quick learning objectives per chapter. And then the online video link is way in the bottom here. Files menu, we've already covered it in the previous video as well. This one gives you a link to any other things that we have or any other PDFs that I want to give to you here. So the textbook is here if you need to get to it. The PowerPoint lectures are here as well to get to. And the syllabus and the textbook itself, be able to get to there as well. As I wait for that here, the syllabus page, if you want to get to there, is in the previous video already. we go there. Haven't used the chat feature here, so if you guys know how to use it and think it's useful, email me in regards to it and see how best way to do it. For the most part, we're going to use something called Confer Zoom right here. This is our online office hours will take place from here. And the link should be right on there. It's going to be a calendar there. It's going to be Tuesdays and Thursdays. And I'll wait for this to catch up here. Alright, and it finally loaded here. So for office hours, it's going to be held on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 9:30 a.m. to 10:30. And you just click on this link right here. It'll open it up. And then I think it says enter right over here. You click on that and you go from there. And so if you have any questions about the course, any questions on the homework, this is the best time to connect with me. We'll go through it here. And the next piece here is the Net Tutor. So if you are a West Hills College student, either Kalinga or Lemoore, that's the distinction here. That little L stands for Lemoore, C stands for Kalinga. So each college has purchased 40 hours of free online tutoring. So each tutor on here has at least a bachelor's degree in the field, and they're willing to help. And so you can get on here, click on it, and they should be able to help you here. Now all these different things are on here. And for us, so we want to find statistics for us right there. And let's see if it'll take me here because I'm still set as an instructor. So different ways you can do it. You can drop in, you click on it, it becomes like a chat feature. It becomes like a chat feature here. And you start live interaction with the tutor here. This one is you drop off a question for them. And once they solve it, they give the answer here. And right here is the previous session. These are the videos from the previous session. They are all recorded. And then if you did drop off a question, this will be the answer to the question. So it's going to be links right here afterwards here. So please tell me how it works for you, if it's useful. Usually I have a fairly good response from students saying it has helped throughout the course. Alright, so jump back over here, and that's for Lemoore as well. Alright, if there are any other questions, please feel free to email me. If I get 2 or 3 students asking the same question, for me that means that I should send out a whole class email here because something needs some clarification, and I wish you well in the class. Please don't forget to email me stating that you want to stay in the class as directed in the syllabus, and then we'll go from there. I wish you well in the class.